Okay, Thanksgiving's over, so I can go back to making angry videos. So, President Obama, why am I mad at him? A couple of different reasons, uh, at least for today. He apparently put the word out to the press that he's not jazzed about the Bernie bloc taking over. Well, what is there left to take over after you and the establishment destroy the Democratic Party? So, you guys lost 69 out of 99 state houses. You lost the House, you lost the Senate, you lost the presidency to the most unpopular candidate in American history. A candidate who, on the day of the election, had a 58.5% disapproval rating. And you lost to him. You and your friend Hillary Clinton, who you handpicked and you helped every step of the way. And you spoke so smugly and condescendingly about Bernie Sanders and his supporters throughout the process. You're like, technically, I'm not saying who I'm for, but I'd vote for the one who was experienced and, and knew a lot about it running an administration. Like, yeah, we couldn't figure out who you were talking about, President Obama. So now when you tell me you're not jazzed about the Bernie bloc taking over, and then the real reason he's saying is because he doesn't want Keith Ellison to run the DNC. By the way, I'm an historic African-American first president. African-American running the DNC? No, not interested in history anymore. Not interested in it. No, me. Oh, Keith Ellison, apparently the word they put out to the press was the Obama folks think that he's not the right messenger against Trump. Are you kidding me? You know what messenger we need? We need a populist messenger. We need a progressive messenger. We need a strong messenger. Here's what we don't need anymore: weak sauce Democrats. And that is Obama 101. Well, I like to compromise with the Republicans, and I largely agree with them, and I'll give them the Heritage Foundation healthcare plan, and I'll give them 94% of the tax cuts permanent, and I'll give them not full wars, but half wars. No, that's not the BS weak tea message we need right now. And if you don't mind, I'm not really interested in your advice, because you and your friends destroyed the Democratic Party. What's left of the Democratic Party? And look, here's what they don't understand. They think that they're going to play cutesy games again, and they're going to put a pro-donor person as the head of the DNC because they're like, oh, you liberals don't understand. We need to raise money. We need the right messenger for our donors. And you children can't understand it. No, we do understand it. But you've set up a game where you're a perpetual loser, where you'll get 40% of the donor money, and the Republicans will get 60% of the donor money, and they will crush you every time. But you're so unsophisticated that you can't understand that simple math. You're like, oh, but what would I do with no donor money? You would represent the people, and then you would change the system so that there is no money in politics. I know you don't believe in real change. I know that you think that's impossible, and all you want to do is set up a losing party for the rest of eternity where you get 40% of the money and guarantee yourself losses as far as the eye can see. You know what? That's not the right message, and we're not interested in it. And if you think you could, get rid of Keith Ellison and put in one of your lackeys to run the party in the same exact way, well, guess what? Then the DNC is going to be irrelevant. You're going to have a ghost victory and a ghost party and a ghost DNC because we're not going to follow it anyway. When the DNC says, oh, well, I have raised money and I would like to do this, you know what we're going to say as real progressive voters? That's like your opinion, man. The minute the DNC, if they put another corporatist in, the minute they do that, they become completely irrelevant to the progressives in this country. And if anything, they will further demolish the Democratic Party because then we'll have no faith left in the Democratic Party. Oh, you'd like to go in a pro-corporatist, pro-lobbyist position again. Not interested. Small second note about President Obama. Oh, he pardoned a turkey. That's so cute. That's an American tradition. We all laugh and smile. No problem. Meanwhile, there are Native Americans, I think that was what the original Thanksgiving was about, that are freezing out in North Dakota, that are getting fired upon by cops with rubber bullets, concussion grenades. A woman might lose her arm. They're trying to freeze out those guys by doing water cannons. Not a word. Well, that would be impolite. I struck deals with Trump and the establishment and the corporations and Native Americans. You thought I was for you with all the signs with change and all that stuff? No, 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 no. We're going to do the same thing as we always do. And what are we going to do? We're going to pardon a turkey on Thanksgiving. That's so cute. Americans love to be distracted by stuff like that. Yeah. And if you think you struck any deals with Trump and he's going to abide by them, you continue to be a sucker as always. Trump just wants you to do nothing during the lame duck session. Then he's going to take over and do whatever the hell he pleases. So here's a prediction for you guys. President Obama in a couple of years will say, I guess, you know what, looking back on it, one of my regrets is that I wish I'd done more in the lame duck session. Yeah, I can see that coming from a mile away. But right now, what's he doing? Nothing. Sitting there wasting his time with trying to help the donors and the turkeys of the world, okay, without doing anything practical, anything aggressive, anything strong. In fact, he's doing the exact opposite. So it is deeply frustrating, and I just want to do this video to say, if you're fighting against Ellison, you're fighting against real progressives, and you can go and so think about that. One last thing. So as Trump is telling us, as Obama is telling us that Trump is practical and we can work with him, he's fighting against Ellison. So your last things you're going to do in office, President Obama, is to get us to work with Trump and to work against progressives. Congratulations. Wow, that is so strong. Not interested in your opinion. You had 8 years, and at the end of 8 years, you've left a completely destroyed Democratic Party. I wish it weren't the case. I voted for you twice. I so wish it weren't the case. But it is the case, and if that makes you uncomfortable and you don't like me pointing that out, well, that's a sad day for you, because that's the reality.